Okay, so we are live, I think, right?
Yeah.
All right. Sir, where are you?
Yes, I am here.
Okay.
Just 1 minute.
Right. Hi. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So, got it. We are live and we are on YouTube. Okay. Good evening, everybody, and thank you for spending this part of the day with us. If you are watching this at a different time, and we sincerely appreciate you are taking this time out. This episode of this webinar series for the 500K Step Challenge is all about restoring health and not forgetting your health when you're caught up with whatever else you're caught up with. And today we have two newly made mothers with newborns, and I have to say challenge. Okay, I mean, I've been a father, I've never been a mother, but I know that it's a big challenge to have a baby, and everybody's a nuclear family these days. And earlier, you should have all aunts and uncles and mother-in-laws all staying together and pampered, but now it's becoming more and more difficult. So to take care of health, but at the same time, there is greater focus on health now than it was before. I would say this for the changing times that we are living in. So people are focused on health. Women do want to come back to their original fitness and slimness and lose the post tantrum fat and all that. Correct. So we have two mothers, Kimberly Pereira and Harsha Bhantia. Kimberly is from Bombay. Harsha is from Calcutta. Both of them have very strong athletic profiles. Both of them, Harsha is of course a yoga teacher and a runner and whatnot. Kimberly has been a runner from, I know her from the time she started running. Okay, and both of you are with this. So Kimberly, I'll just not in any choice of this, but Kimberly, I'll allow you to introduce yourself. Tell us something about your athletic profile. Tell us something about your baby. If you have got pictures, we can share pictures of your baby. We all like to see baby pictures. I was playing with a kid in the aircraft today when I was coming here. The baby was so cute, Yeah. Kimberly, over to you.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I'm Kimberly Pereira and I'm from Mumbai. Well, I started running in the year 2014, and my main aim of running was to lose weight. Okay, just I'm sure everyone has some motive or some kind of enthusiasm when they want to take up running as a sport. For me, it was solely the objective of losing weight. I had no idea what running was all about, and until I actually started it, and to be honest, it helped me discover my inner self. It gave me so much of peace of mind, and I'm so happy that I have continued running till date. Even during my pregnancy, I ran directly up to the 9 month. I ran up to 38 weeks. I delivered my baby at around 40 weeks. So it was like I'm actually very blessed to take up this sport. Okay, and I'm sure everyone should kind of take this sport up in their life. It is going to be really very helpful. Coming to my baby, I have a 15-month-old baby. Her name is Christine. She's very naughty at the moment, and she's currently sleeping, so I'm peacefully taking this call. My baby is kind of she adjusts. Okay, so it kind of initially when she was born, it was very difficult for me to continue my running because it's like I had to be up in the night with her, nurse her, and it was very difficult for me to even get up and go for my runs at times. So I took a break of around 6.5 months, and then I actually started running at around 7 months postpartum. So then from there, and then there is no stopping. So right now I'm actually back to my training. So I've done a couple of races like 10Ks. I've mostly done 10Ks. I've done a 15K, but it's not that fast. I'm continuing my slow runs at the moment, and yeah, that's about it. And I'm sure like everyone should continue. Coming to my professional career, I head the data analytics team, and I'm working currently at Engineering Technologies. I'm also part of the sales team for US clients, basically South East Asia Pacific. I work mostly US, so it's like I'm working in the day with the baby and I'm up in the night for the client. So yeah, that's about it. Quite hectic. So overall, I'm managing, and I really hope that I'm going to get back to my full-fledged running and my events very soon. My aim at the moment is I want to do a full marathon, but that's going to take me some time. But I've kept that as my goal, and I'm not going to give up there. First, I really need to train. I'm going to target my 5K, then 10K, a half, and then a full. I also want to do an Ironman because that's my dream also. So yeah, that's about it.
Oh, great, great,
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Harsha, I'll come to specific questions, but Harsha, some introduction about you as an athlete and as your mother and about your baby.
Thank you so much, Venkat, first of all, holding this platform so that we can encourage more other women and mothers to not leave their health behind and taking care of their baby and their health at the same time. And Kimberly, your journey was really inspiring.
Thank you.
You are
Thank
doing great, and you will be flourishing in your journey ahead. It will
Thank
give
you.
you a lot of happiness.
Thank you.
So about me, I have started my career as a teacher and then into corporate, but then eventually I started my career as a yoga teacher. And in order to understand running and fitness and to understand athletes, I started running, but that I got hooked into, and hence I started running 10 kilometers, holded some podiums as well, did 21 kilometer, and then I got pregnant. And now my baby is quite grown enough now, but he's still a toddler. But after the pregnancy, what encouraged me was I had not done my 42 kilometer. I had done only 21 kilometers. So after my pregnancy, my goal was to do 42. And that's what I did in the last Mumbai marathon. So that was really, really, really motivating for me to get back. It helped me, running helped me a lot to gain back on my mental strength when it comes to the long run. Along with that, I am an avid traveler, and I take people out from their comfort zone. I take people to Goa, to Dharamshala, and teach them some mental health, physical health. For example, if at physical health, they learn dance therapy, they learn yoga, they learn Kalaripaitu. They at the mental therapy, they learn hypnotherapy, they learn sound healing. They go through a lot of cleansing techniques. So I am a traveler, and my baby is so molded according to that he is also very open to go with everyone. So whatever vibe a mother gives, the same vibe a child also holds. So I encourage all the mothers. So be open, do not hesitate to take up your health as a priority, because your son will see. That's what I did when my mother, forget about me, when my mother used to do the difficult asanas in her time, and I used to look at her and I used to really admire. That pushed me to become a yoga teacher. So you never know that you are pushing yourself, your kids to become or take more healthier lifestyle. So do it for not just yourself, but also for the next generation.
That's so nice, Harsha.
Yeah. So that's the whole thing. That's all introduction about me.
What's the boy's name and how old is he now?
So my son's name is Kian, and he
Kian.
is
Gyan.
Kiaan. It means grace of God. And he is now about 4 years. He is into nursery, and we have now, even I have started teaching him yoga. He loves running. So yes, every evening I make sure whenever my running days are there. So every evening, 4 to 6, I go out for my run, and I leave him in the park. He does his playing outside, outdoor games, and I do my own. So I make sure we both are outdoor for 2 hours every evening.
Oh wow, that's so heartening. It's so nice.
Yeah.
And I'll come to that, come to that bit. But before I go back to Kimberly, till what week did you continue running? In the pregnancy week.
Okay, so I was running during my pregnancy throughout. I stopped running after the 8th month. Till the 8th month, I was doing everything. After the 8th month, I was focusing more on the squats, more on lower squats, more on doing the things which improves more of the pelvic health. So till the 8th month, I was doing my walking, running, yoga. I was doing my headstand in my 8th month. I was doing everything. So
Wow.
yes, you can do everything. If your doctor has given you an okay, you are allowed to do everything and anything. And just make sure you have someone along with you. So I used to run and used to give me some happiness. And I traveled a lot. So I was in the first 3 trimester I was in Dubai. Because my child was born in Dubai. So first 3 trimester I was in Dubai. The next 1 trimester I was in. The next 1 month I was in Calcutta. Another next 1 month I was in Bangalore. The next 10 days I was in Mumbai. And then when the flight said, now you cannot anymore take the flights after 32 weeks of your pregnancy, then I decided to go back to Dubai. So I was not just running, I was actually backpacking alone, and I was traveling around the world and around the country, also you can say around the cities, and I was enjoying my running, yoga and everything. So it was a fun journey for me.
Fantastic. So before this is just a bit of knowledge sharing with those who are watching this. Question is the science, the exercise science of how till what month can you run, and till when should you run, and is it dangerous for the baby if the mother runs? That has been very well established, and then the take and the prescription for that is that if the mother has been an athlete and has been running in the past, then the mother should continue running.
Exactly.
Nothing will happen to the baby, okay?
Exactly.
Till the 8th month, till about 4 weeks
Yes.
before the delivery is what the science says, okay? Is what the science says. But if the mother has not been an athlete, okay, and then decides that I want to now lose weight or something and size, then pregnancy is not the time to start your athletic routine.
Exactly.
Okay? Then you should not. That is very clear, okay?
Yeah.
So if there are new mothers here who are in the first trimester, second trimester, look at your athletic background. If you have been an athlete in the past and continue to be an athlete just before you got pregnant, then you can continue. But this is not the time to start doing headstands.
Definitely.
In the 8th month. Yeah. So just a word of caution to those who that don't get carried away. Okay.
So
Kimberly and Harsha are exceptional ladies.
Yes. So I'm a prenatal and a postnatal coach. So a lot of pregnant women, they come to me. So I tell them whatever, I ask their history of their fitness. So I said, like, they can do anything and everything. You just have to reduce the intensity. So if you have been weight training, you can do weight training. If you have been doing yoga, you can do yoga. If you have been running, you can do running. But your intensity has to be reduced by 40 to 60%. So if I used to lift 60 kilos, I started lifting only 25 kilos and 30 kilos, not beyond that. If I was running, say, 21 kilometers, I stick to my 7 kilometers, 10 kilometers, not beyond that. And my pace was also reduced because I had to make sure that after the belly fat, the belly weight is starting increasing, your center of gravity shifts. So you have to make sure that your balance is good. So you have to make sure you don't do anything which requires a lot of balancing. So don't do the trail runs if you're not habituated of. So make sure you have someone and make sure you're not pushing yourself too much. Yeah, that's very important.
And also the hyperarching of the back because of the extension of the abdominal muscle.
Exactly.
So, even that can add a load. And one should not do it if one has not been doing it as a general rule. Right? Coming back, Kimberly, I know your child is 18 months now. Christian is about 15 months. Yeah. So you have still got a handful. Harsha's kid is 4 years old and a little bit independent and can be left to himself and all that. But you need to really, be. So I know that you ran. I mean, you've given your history of before pregnancy, you're running up to your 8th week, which is fantastic. By the way, ladies, I have got a blog post.
I ran up to 9th month.
Oh, wow, fantastic. Oh, really?
Yeah. I also did 10K. So I was like pretty good. I was pretty comfortable and I ran at easy pace. Okay. So my pace, I
obviously, one doesn't look for performance at that time. Yeah.
So it was like, especially after the 9 months, and I always got a green signal for my gynec to, continue my run. So I was very happy. Like every scan I used to go and she said, no, you're fit, you can run. But run slowly. So I
Fantastic.
was very careful because first and foremost, I never knew anyone around me who ran during pregnancy much, and I was very scared, also because this is my first baby. So it was like I had to.
Obviously.
I was also- And I chose a flat route, like also Harsha said, like it's better, like we take a lot of precaution. Don't do any routes like something like a trail run or something where you have rocky and muddy route and stones and all. That's very important. And after 6-7 months, when the belly goes, definitely your even your gait will obviously kind of, it won't be like perfect, like you won't be the perfect runner. It always like shifts and you're like like here and there on the route. So yeah, that's about it, but I enjoyed. So
Yeah, of
but
course.
after my baby came, I couldn't even get up to that.
Good.
But I think every
So,
new mother out there has to, even during pregnancy, I see moms are, that kind. There has to be some kind of motivation. Okay, to me, I never looked for any motivation. I'm always self-motivated, and even postpartum, I never waited for someone to come and tell me, Kim, you have to get up and you have to do. I'm always self. I always wanted to get back. I was only waiting for a chance to come on the route. So that kind of it has to be your inner soul that has to tell you, yes, come on, do it. All right. Yes, sir.
yeah, good, good, good. Yeah, okay. We lost a little bit of you in the end, but it's all right. Yeah. So you all were athletic. You all had deliveries. You all have babies. Now the baby is 4 months old in the case of Harsha, 18 months in your case, 4 years in case of Harsha, and 18 months. Uh, Time is a big constraint. There's a new responsibility that you have. You got another individual into this world you are responsible for. You may have family support, you may not have family support. Your husband may be in station, not in station, as in the case of Kimberly. So what is your advice, Kimberly? I'll take you up first. What is your advice to a new mother to get back into running or rocking or any form of exercise, whatever the mother liked before? Maybe swimming, maybe
uh,
yoga, maybe badminton, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Firstly, I would say, I think this is a very good question. So thank you. Firstly, I
Ah,
would say it's all about priority. Okay. You have
mm,
to prioritize because as a new
mm,
mom, everyone is different and everyone is
mm,
figuring out what to do, what not to do, when you
mm,
can do. When my child sleeps, I'll do this, that. When my child is awake, obviously I have to run after the child, do this. I think it's all a matter of priority, right?
mm,
Okay. No matter if one has to take a break, I would suggest just take a break. Okay. It's okay to take a break. And I took a break. It's not
mm,
that I couldn't run, okay, but trust me, I delivered my baby on the 27th of May. I started doing my slow runs like 2-3 kilometers on the 10th of June, 10th, 11th of June. I was back like within 6-7 days, okay.
mm,
So it's all a matter of priority,
mm,
right? I
mm,
decided when my baby would sleep, that's the time I would run. At times I would run in my own house from one room to the other, but because I wanted to do, I was passionate about something, right? If you are passionate about something, one will always find time to do it and won't give excuses.
mm.
I wouldn't say that I'm regular. I'm still irregular, but I'm making a lot of effort to, be back on track. And I think it's all about a matter of prioritizing, I would say.
Mm.
Prioritizing is something like if you can do it, do it. If you cannot do something, don't just do something for the heck of it because it's not going to give you any results. That's how I would say. And as new moms, I see it's some moms get depressed. They are they say, no, we have gained a lot of weight gain could also be some kind of a demotivating factor. Like postpartum, I'd gain around like 18 kgs almost. So I was very demotivated in the past especially after my delivery, because I was feeling very out of proportion. And I mean, I was eating everything, whatever was given, because I was nursing my child, and my mother-in-law was like kind of feeding me. You have to eat because you have to nurse a child. But then, I mean, it was just a time, and it was all about prioritizing at that point in time, and I couldn't say no. But then, slowly and steadily, as months passed, I lost my weight, and then I'm back to my normal self. So I think it's more about listening to your body and prioritizing what is right for you and what is not at that point in time, and then just moving forward.
Good, good, Kimberly. Harsha, what is your views on time management and how to take out time in a very busy part of your life? to something that is so important as your own personal health. Because if you are not healthy, how do you take care of someone else? You can be in bed and how do you nurse your child? I mean, your child is, as you said very much, your child is going to draw from your own behavior patterns. So how do you take out time to be healthy when you got all these responsibilities?
Okay. So over here, the first thing is you need to have a little bit of motivation, self-motivation. You plan ahead before even you deliver a child, because what happens is, like, I was in Dubai. So I had made a conscious decision to come back to Calcutta, to come back to India, because I knew here I had more help and that would give me more time for myself. So I make sure that I was searching for a nanny beforehand my baby was born, that someone was there. These are the very practical things. These have become as a joke that we love more our nannies both than anyone else in our life, because the helpers, that they are a blessing for a new mother. So you need to have someone. Don't try to become a super mom by taking every responsibility on yourself. No, I am going to cook, I am going to feed, I am going to take care of my own health. Then that is not a practical decision. You need to learn how to delegate. Even when you're an entrepreneur or even when you are a boss, you need to learn how to delegate. So when you are a house mother, or when you are a woman in the house, you need to learn how to delegate the work. So that's what I did very beforehand, that I made sure that there was a nanny appointed who could be there for my son. Then I make sure that everything was placed, and I did not take too much of work in the beginning. So if you are not into a corporate job, maybe you can do that. But if you are already into a corporate job, that is a very great challenge. So in that case, you need to talk to your bosses how you are going to design your work for the next couple of weeks or months till your health is coming back. And you prioritize small bits. You cannot decide, okay, during the whole day I'm going to take this 1 hour for my run. It's not practical. You need to have the chunks of your daily activity. For example, in the beginning, I used to make sure that I take my son on a stroller every evening. That way, even I am going for a walk, because you cannot start directly running. You have to start with a walking. So yeah, I used to take my son for a stroll. So that way, my son is also going out from the very beginning. I am also taking my walk. Then if you are staying in a building, you can start taking stairs. These are the second option. Third option, nowadays you get a baby carrier. In that you can put your baby in, you can just put some music and you can start dancing. That also counts your step counting. So that's also increasing your everyday daily steps. So it's not that you should directly start running after the pregnancy. You start it gradually. You giving time to your scheduler, giving time to your body to adapt. So start with the walking part. Once your walking has improved, then you start with small running and take that small break. Even if you get that 10-minute break, see how you can use it in a body workout. You don't have to run every time. You don't have to do yoga every time. Just do a couple of squats. That's what my doctor suggested the moment I completed my 40 days of my pregnancy, that start doing your squats. It's very important. That's what I started doing. The squats were the first thing. Then second was the walking. The third was the running. So gradually, two advices. One, gradually you grow your systemic training, that is from muscle building. Don't start running it directly too much, because it could be strenuous for your joints. So start building some muscles, then walking, and then running. Second advice is that you distribute the whole day into small bits, because you are also a new mother. You will get tired easily. 1 hour workout, not possible for you. Why not have 5 minutes, 10 minutes break of a workout for you? It could be simple as dancing with your child, carrying your child and dancing. It could be taking the stairs. It could be taking the stroller in the evening. Small things, which gives you that self-satisfaction, motivates you mentally as well, and builds your body also for the future workout. And once you feel that you are okay to run and your baby is self-sufficient, After the 7th month, when the baby starts having outside food, maybe one meal when he's having the outside food, that time you are free, you are not feeding, then you can go for a run. So systematically, if you plan, every woman is having a different situation. I am an entrepreneur. I decide my own time. Some mothers are corporate, they are corporate person. They have to work according to the work dedicated to them. So decide your day according to you. Never, judge yourself according to another mother. Your both life is different. Your in-laws are going to be different. Your husbands are going to be different. Your environment is going to be different. Your weathers in different cities are going to be different. So decide everything around you systematically so that you don't fall back. Please don't have high expectations from yourself. Start from small so that you are happy at the same time. So I tell every mother that be happy, be active, be happy. 1 hour workout is not going to give you everything. They stay active throughout the day. Do small things and stay happy.
Good. So, Harsha has been talking of this. Kimberly, what kind of assistance did you get from your employers? I mean, what are the maternity leave, and now that you're back on your job, how is the ecosystem helpful to you?
Actually, to be honest, I would say COVID has actually changed the entire situation. Okay, post-COVID, before COVID, I was going to my office, and in Mumbai, traveling to office is like crazy because you're 2-3 hours, you're just traveling to office, and I mean, by the time you get home, it's like 10 post 10, 11. But thanks to COVID, post-COVID, I've actually got to work from home, so I'm kind of working from home now. And after a baby, this work from home has actually been a blessing for me. Okay, so my maternity leave, I got 6 months of maternity leave. That's the standard norm. So I was blessed with that, and I'm sure like many moms, working moms, like in the professional, the corporate environment, get 6 months of paid leave. And even post, after coming back to work, I'm managing fantastically well. I manage my time. I get up in the morning. Sometimes if I'm not going out for my runs, then I kind of log in early and wrap up my emails, and it's a US shift, right? So it's a US shift, but I try and do all my work in the day, and I kind of do my reporting to my clients towards the evening, like late evenings, like say around 6:37. So that's how it is. I don't work US times because it's difficult for me to keep up with the baby, and clients. I'm blessed with very good clients who understand me, and my office has also supported me really well during my pregnancy and postpartum. So I think it's all about managing, right? It's when you can say yes, you can do it. When you can say no, just say you cannot do it, and obviously try and excel. So that has been a part of me. I've also got a promotion since my postpartum also. So I'm very happy with my work. So yeah, that's about it. And that's what I said. So it's all about prioritizing, and that's it. My team has been very supportive at work. So, yeah.
So how Harsha gave us the steps to follow after you have come out of your baby, and you feel okay, and you feel that yes, now I want to start. And of course, motivation is a very big thing. So once all the hormones are settled down, and maybe 2-3 months have gone by, and you feel normal, and you feel okay, then how did you get back? I mean, what are the baby steps? I mean, pardon the term, pardon the pun, but what are the baby steps that you took to get back to your health?
Firstly, I actually needed to lose weight. I was absolutely bulky. Even postpartum, I was feeling like I was like 3-4 months pregnant. So I felt quite. I wouldn't fit in any of my clothes. So that was a very demotivating sign for me. But that's okay, because my body has gone through so much of changes. My mind was ready to accept the fact that that's okay, and you're a runner, so we can get back. So that was also in the back of my mind. It's all a mental game, postpartum. I never waited for someone to tell me, Are, you have to get up, you have to do this. And I was like, I self-motivated, as I always said. I was alone with my baby, because my husband is on ship. He's in the merchant navy. So I had to do things on my own initially, and later on we appointed a nanny because it was quite difficult. And as Harsha also said, it's not possible, we cannot be like super moms. We have to delegate tasks, right? So once a nanny was appointed, I kind of, balanced the work. I kind of, told her like, you take up few tasks and I would do something, right? So we kind of managed it, and I couldn't actually go out for my runs. Running was quite taxing for me because I had to wake up 2-3 times in the night to feed my baby. I still nurse my baby, and I'm sure every new mom is face this kind of challenge of nursing their kid, okay, especially at night when it's like you have to get up 2-3 times. So it became difficult for me to take up running initially for my postpartum. So I started walking. I did these kind of walks, slow walks in my garden, like, say 2 kilometers, 3 kilometers, sometimes slow jogs. It all depended on my body, right? If not in the morning, then sometimes in the afternoon post my lunch, or evening times, I would just go out for a walk. I also take my baby in the stroller for a walk. So I try kind of, and I ensured like after 6 months, I started kind of eating healthy. I tried to maintain, because initially also I couldn't really strike balance of eating healthy because I was still nursing my child at that time completely. So I had to have a lot of foods, but still now like I kind of maintained it. So yeah, that's about it. I started eating healthy because eating healthy, it actually helps you, kind of streamline and lose that weight, excess weight. So that's it. So I lost that weight, and then I began my running also. So yeah. So now I'm kind of back, not completely back to my running, but slowly and steadily, like trying to get back.
Yeah.
For me, getting up in the morning is still a big challenge, because the moment I don't get good night's sleep, it becomes very taxing for the body, especially to do any speed runs or any running of that sort. Because enough of rest. As a runner, I'm sure we all need at least minimum of 6 to 7 hours of good amount of sleep before any workout is kind of done. And if one doesn't get that good night's sleep, it can be a nightmare on the run. Your heart rate zooming, and I mean we are all humans, right? We just can't just go out and run just for the heck of running and to make running should not be done in just for it, right? We should enjoy.
Correct. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Correct. So I mean, I'm happy that you got support from your ecosystem, and Harsha has been also getting support from the ecosystem, and you also took gradual steps. So one thing that I have been always wanting to kind of debate is that you said you put on 18 kgs of weight. Okay, I don't know how much you gained 18 kgs. Yeah.
By the time I left the hospital, I actually checked my weight, right? Because of the weighing scale item, I actually checked my weight. I was around 87 kgs. Like, oh my God, who? 87. So I was like, and I felt I was like 3 months pregnant, even after my delivery. But I think my stomach had moved up, but that's okay. Yeah.
So Harsha, how much of weight gain did you have during pregnancy? That is the first question. But I'll also put another one. Is it? I mean, see, they say you have to eat for two. I can understand that the nutrition has to be dense, because a new human being is being formed. So nutritionally, you should be, completely up to the mark. But do you really need that many calories? I mean, if you are, say, 2,000, 2,500 calorie person a day, which would typically be that range, then the child requires what, 300, 400 calories extra. So you should be around, say, 2,500 to 3,000 calories at the most a day, correct? Which is what ideally from a caloric point of view, but nutritionally it should be dense. You should eat a whole range of good foods, kind of thing. So why do most mothers end up putting on so much weight? Harsha, your views first.
Yes. So before I answer all this, I would like to share you some pictures of mine.
Sure, of course.
Please allow me to do
we
that.
We always love to see.
So if you can see this picture, this is my 2nd month postpartum photo. And that's 1 year postpartum.
Oh, okay.
So wow. I had put on 25 kilos extra.
Oh my God.
I was 51. I went up to almost between 76 to 80 kilos. And that was a huge amount of weight gain. But why I shared this picture is like, if it's not to flaunt, but then if you see the stomach, it's the postpartum, it's flat, it's not bulging. So when I see usually postpartum women, we have to understand this one technical thing. You lose weight overall, but your stomach doesn't come flat. That's a very common thing which women face. And that's because of two major mistakes. One is they are too much worrying about the weight gain or weight loss. What I did was I was never worried about the weight loss. Rather, I was making sure that I do not lose weight too much too quickly, because I wanted to give my skin some time to get back according to the shrinking of the body. So if I'm losing too much weight at too soon, my skin is not getting time, and that what happens, you get a saggy skin. That's number one. So losing too much weight too quickly is not good. Secondly, there you have to educate yourself about diastasis recti, where when you are pregnant, when you are at your 7th month onwards, your rectus abdominis muscle, that your stomach muscle, starts cutting from the center, and it's dissect like this, literally. And even after post-pregnancy, it is like this. After your baby is delivered, that's why your stomach looks like as if you're pregnant. There were times I was like a couple of months postpartum after my delivery, and there were people used to come to me and ask me like, hey, are you pregnant? If it would have been another mother who is not so educated, they would have felt very demotivated. But I knew that it's my stomach taking some time to join back together. What happens if you soon started working out too soon and started your core training also too soon? These muscles will not join, they will stay as it is. Hence, what will happen is your whole body will shrink. You will lose weight, you will tone down, but your stomach will not. Your stomach will always look little sad. So you have to, first of all, give time for your muscles to come back and join together. For that, there is a pelvic floor training program. You need to follow those pelvic floor training program along with your weight loss journey of walking, of running, or whatever you are doing. So this is very important for the new mothers. Don't harass yourself with others haunting you with your weight gain. Because I, being a fitness person, I being from the profession, there were times when I was like 7-month postpartum, 7-month postpartum. And they were like my own running friends coming to me and say like, Harsha, you are still so fat. You have not lost weight. I said like, yeah, I know, I've purposely not done that. Because I knew my body is naturally going to reduce that weight. I am breastfeeding. So it will take time. So my process were more holistic rather than, just blindly focusing on the weight loss. So I started running. That was my passion, not because I wanted to lose weight, but for losing weight, I used a lot of walking actually. So there was this one trick I would like to give you at the end. Just wait for it. Just remind me of this. This was a very good weight loss trick and motivational trick, what I did for myself. And this really changed my weight loss journey 360 degrees. So that was really helpful. So, but do remind me, I'll talk about that later. Coming back to your question. So how much should you gain the weight? So once I was pregnant, I was like all first pregnancy, so I was like all pampered. I wanted to have the nachos, I want to have the ice cream, I want to have this, I want to get pampered, because that was the first time I was getting pregnancy. Now I remember, like, it's like, no, I shouldn't have done that, So eat, but eat wisely during your pregnancy also, so that you don't put on so much of weight. And after pregnancy, first 40 days are hugely important. Why do we have that? It's not about the calories. Forget about the calories. In Indian culture, in yoga, in Ayurveda, we don't talk about calories. What we talk about, the holistic food, holistic health, so natural diet. So what is more important for you post-delivery is the ghee, which is important. Yes, it is bad, but for you right now, it is good. The good is good. The dalia, that's the wheat, it's good. I know there's a lot of gluten and all those things, but that's what is given in our north. So my mom is from North, so she used to make sure that she gives me all the roti with ghee and everything. And she used to, in Maharashtra they say lapsi, in
Yes.
North they say dalia. So that was cooked in good. Then sabudana, that is what we eat in our fasting. That is very good for your breastfeeding. So our importance is not just given to my health, but also the milk which is has to be produced. So the food has to be given for two things to a new mother, for her own recovery. So there is a lot of things, like she used to give me methi ka pani, she used to give me ajwain ka pani, she used to give me jeera ka pani later on. So all these things were like given as well along with the dense food, so that it detoxifies my gut. Lot of things were given so that my stomach is cleared properly. Then a lot of things were given which will improve my milk secretion. So all these things were taken in place, and the things like sont ka laddu, all those laddus what our moms used to prepare, those laddus used to make sure I can see Kimberly's face when I talk about laddus, you know.
And all this, and then, oh my God, the lapsi was given to me every day, sir, with a ghee. Oh my God,
It
it was
becomes
given.
boring, but
The
yeah,
ghee
but
was
it's
so
important. It's important. So girls, don't worry about your weight gain. First 40 days, pamper yourself so that your bone density, girls, your bone density becomes too bad if you don't take it. That's called japa in India in Hindi. If you don't take care of those 40 days, your bone density is going to suffer, your joints are going to suffer in your future. If you don't want your back pain, if you don't want your joint pain, listen to your moms, listen to your grannies. They are the one who knows the things properly. You don't go just directly on the fat loss, or weight loss thing. You focus on building up a good muscle, building up a good bone structure. That's very important, because what you take care in that 40 days will be there with you lifelong. So if you now talk about that same question, how much weight should we put on? Don't worry about the weight put on. Just don't have unnecessary foods. Don't have like the outside food. Don't even touch the outside food. But please take the foods which are advised for you at that postpartum time, first 40 days. It's very important. And then onwards, again, systematically, you start reducing your carbs, you start increasing your protein, and that's how you start slowly losing weight. That is a gradual process. It will happen. And there are ways you can do that. I have done that. You have seen my picture. It's possible. 1 year. That's what you need to do to lose your weight.
Fantastic. Very good. So Kimberly, what's been your strategy to lose weight? I mean, how have you done it? Where are you in that goal? How much further do you need to go? And what are you doing about it?
To be honest, like I said, no, I checked my weight when I just left the hospital. I was around 87 kgs, did to 87.2 kgs. Okay, and it didn't worry me because I knew, right? Because I ate a lot, and I don't believe in this concept like eat for two during pregnancy. Like eat healthy. But I didn't gain a lot of weight, especially in the first 7 months. But towards the end, like after 7.5, 8, 9 months, my weight gain was drastic there. Okay, I don't know somehow, and even postpartum, I had a little bit of water retention as well. So when I had that water retention, doctor gave me a diet, okay, and said I need to do my slow, walks, and also eat a little bit healthy. Don't have a lot of salt in your foods. So I had to take care of that as well. But then, so half of it was like with water, but then I kind of that water like gradually went away, and like today I'm around. If I see myself, it's around. Last time I think I weighted like 2 weeks back around 58 kgs. All right, so, and I haven't it's not that I'm starving myself or devoid of any nutrition. I'm equally nursing my baby, and I'm eating well, but I'm eating in moderation. Okay, I'm eating in moderation. I don't skip my breakfast, I don't skip any of my meals. Okay, I eat healthy, and I ensure that I avoid a lot of outside food like junk food. I have my cheat days, but not eating a lot of fried stuff which I used to eat in pregnancy, eating all healthy stuff. Okay, and I begin my, if I go for a run, I usually have coffee with some nuts or something, a slice of bread with peanut butter on it before my run. After my run, I come back again. I have I prefer to have eggs in the morning, egg whites I prefer, and maybe tea coffee I don't have. I just keep it to 1 cup of tea coffee, and I take tea coffee away from my meals. I don't mix up coffee with my meals, or because usually I see people mixing up that with their meals. I think that you should not do that. That's very bad, because your nutrition, coffee and tea, they take away all the nutrients from your main food. So please don't do that. Just keep it away. See, I'm not a nutritionist, but I have just read about it, so I just prefer to keep it away. Just restrict yourself to one or two cups. Though I'm a coffee person, but I've just stopped that kind of taking too much of caffeine, and it's not good even when you're nursing your baby. Okay, these things are not good. So lunch, I have no veg, non-veg, both. Lunch, I prefer, my lunch timings are usually between 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock, because that's my work break, and I prefer to have my lunch. Then evening, I have maybe a glass of green tea. Sometime I have coffee if I feel like, and I have these mixed seeds. I have makhana is also very good. So, and my dinner, something about it is like my dinner, I finish max to max by 7:30. I ensure that I finish my dinner by 7:30. So I have an early dinner, okay? Max to max, I might go up to 8, but by 7:30, I ensure that my dinner is complete. I don't have any specific, diet plan in place, but, whatever I eat, whatever's made at home, I prefer to have that. But I ensure that, my meals are in time. That's very, very important. Okay, so no hard and fast diet rule as such, but eating everything, but in proportion, not eating any lot of sweets or, outside food. That's it.
Good. So sensible diet, sensible weight loss, slow weight loss, and as Harsha said, you need to allow time. The shrinkage cannot happen too fast.
Absolutely.
Then you'll have
I was never worried that I have to come back to my. I think it just happens gradually, right? I just need it. I needed to eat because I'm nursing, so I can't be starving myself and just saying, "Are I have to lose weight plus have to give my child nutrition." That's not possible, right? It's just not practically possible.
correct. I agree with you. I agree with you. Now, coming back to a question that I know many people would like to ask: what do you do about the stretch marks and the loose skin? Because this is common to even men. I mean, men who have huge amount of weight, undergo bariatric surgery, start losing weight. It's called the apron. I don't know if you are aware of that term, but it is the loose skin that is hanging in your lower belly because you suddenly lost weight. Okay, so what do you do about that, and how do you? And I saw your photo, Harsha, and you did make it a point to point out your flat abs. And so what's the trick to losing weight, not having stretch marks, and tightening the skin? Harsha,
Okay.
you first.
So again, as I said in the last one, that take your time to lose weight, give your skin the time to shrink according to your body. Don't be in a too much hurry. Number two, understand your skin, what you have is according to your genetics. So if you have done everything, you have applied stretch mark, you have lost weight slowly, and still you have those stretch marks, don't get disheartened, because that is something also related to your genetics. So if you are a mother, watch your mom. If she has stretch marks, you might also get stretch marks.
Okay.
Because there is called skin health, which your genetically, your collagen level in your skin differs from women to women, men to men. So if you are a person who has been blessed with a good genetic skin, then definitely you will not get stretch marks. You are highly not prone to stretch marks. But if you have a mother, or you have seen your elderly people who have stretch marks, you might also get stretch marks. So don't be disheartened. But can you minimize those stretch marks? Yes, you can. During your pregnancy, you start applying those stretch marks gels from the 6th month onwards. Then you apply oil to your body. So I used to apply the coconut oil, pure coconut oil, every morning and evening from the 3rd month onwards, every day, making sure I do that. And and I have been oiling my body since maybe 10 years back. So maybe that has also improved my skin's texture. So it's not like that particular instant you can just do. Once you have got stretch mark, there are chances that to reduce them is only to tighten up those muscles around it.
Okay.
There's not much you can do about it. But yes, as your muscle starts getting tightening, those stretch marks will be lesser visible. And there are a lot of creams there. So what I use is bio oil and the pure coconut oil that I used to use pre-pregnancy completely every morning and evening. And before even I got pregnant, I used to have massage very frequently. And after delivery also, it's not just that 40 days you need the massage, you need the massage throughout your journey. So today also I'll get at least once a week massage. So that's very important that you apply oil. In Ayurveda, they call abhyangam. So if you are doing some kind of activity, there is vata created in your body, and that also gives you a lot of pain. So it's not just good for your skin, but also for your muscle to apply oil after every exercise every day. You choose which oil you want. If it's too much smelly, use some aromatic oil, use some essential oil drops in that, and make it more comfortable for you. But oils are very important to reduce and to prevent your stretch marks. Secondly, be active. The more you are active during your pregnancy, the chances of getting the stretch marks is less. Hydrate yourself. The more your skin is hydrated, it'll have lesser itching, and also it will have lesser stretch marks. So these are the things you can, even if you are prone to stretch marks, still you can use these things to prevent your stretch marks or to reduce your stretch marks. So don't judge yourself. I always say, don't judge yourself. Even if you get stretch marks, it's like a tigress stripes. You have done something very powerful. So be proud of those stretch marks.
Very good, excellent. Is there any science behind people saying you should use a brush to kind of innervate the skin and help it shrink? Do you find any logic in that?
So it's all about exfoliating what you're talking about. That same thing can be done by scrubbing. That same thing can be done by brushing. But it's just exfoliating the skin. Again, I said massage is also exfoliating. So it's like just exfoliating. Yes, these had some benefit for sure. But if you can say that there will be like too much drastic difference, no. But definitely there are long-term benefits of it. So if you are doing some kind of exfoliation, you will get the results. You will see that your collagen, your skin is more stretchy. It's good. So it's like you're reviving your skin. So you use don't use too much of brush. I don't know how do they do that, but use more of oil-based thing. If you have too much of oily skin, then you can use more of water-based creams and everything. But it's good. It's essential. It's very important.
So Kimberly, before we conclude the session, what are your tips, tricks, procedure, protocol for loose skin becoming tight again and avoiding stretch marks?
Firstly, I would say diet. Diet plays a very, very important role, right? Because I see, people around me who say they do a lot of exercise, right? But then they do a lot of activities, they run, they go to the gym, but they are not losing weight or they're not reaching their target. And I see that they're still bulky, probably because they're not maintaining a diet. Diet is very, very important, right? You don't do any activity, you follow a diet, you're still able to, manage somewhere. But then, diet will help you to a certain extent, but then your skin becomes saggy, and then you need to really, tone it up. You have to exercise. So why not both hand in hand? Your diet and plus your exercise, okay? Both hand in hand, if done well, I'm sure one can achieve their target. So that's very, very important. Your diet plays a very, very important role, I would say, and your exercise. So try and find out an activity that works for you. Running may not be everyone's cup of tea. Not every mother can, just go out and run. But I think there are so many. There's yoga. You can go to the gym if convenient. There are home workouts. It depends on whatever is comfortable to you. I think that's very important.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. So we kind of concluding the session, and before that, Harsha, you wanted me to remind you about some point.
Yeah.
Okay. Which is this, but before that, let me also tell everyone that we wrote a blog about there's a blog on YouTube can run about till what period of time you can run and the science behind running. So it's there, and that blog came about because Vinita Singh, who's now the CEO of Sugar Cosmetics, and she became a shark in Shark Tank and all that. And she's a triathlete, and she's a avid runner. So she was running till her 8th month, and I took a photograph, and then people asked, "Oh, is it safe to run?" And that's how I made that blog post. And so for those who are watching this, we'll put the links to the blog post on the show notes, and you can link to this and read the science behind running. So before I do that, Harsha, your point that you wanted me to remind you of.
So this is a funny thing which I did after post-pregnancy.
Yeah.
So I had to travel. So you definitely need to go out of your house to do certain things, meet certain people, do other things, right? So I promised myself, this is like how you can also motivate yourself. So I promised yourself that, okay, I promised myself that, okay, fine. If I have to go somewhere which is below 2 to 3 kilometers, 2 kilometers of a distance, I'm not going to take the car. Rather, I'm going to walk to that distance. And this I did for the couple of months. And then I saw actually my steps started increasing a lot, because there was not step target, because when you say like, oh, I have to do 10,000 steps, that's too much of a toll on your head. But when I say like, okay, fine, when I have to go and meet someone, or I have to go for shopping, or do things, and if it is below 2 kilometers, I'm going to not take a car, but I am going to walk that distance. So eventually I started going out of my house maybe twice in a day, or maybe sometimes thrice in a day, for those 2 kilometers walk. And that really helped me to sustainably, gradually lose those weight. And along with that, so that few things I had challenged myself. Small tricks, that, okay, if this is going to be there, this is my thing. So if walking, I'm going to do for 2 kilometers. So that really helped me. So this is what I wanted to share with all the mothers. So don't have your workout or running schedule or workout schedule very boring. Give yourself some funny targets that is enjoyable at the same time, and at the same time it's working for you. So for example, whenever I'm going to the loo, this I will give to my students actually. So whenever you're going to the loo, before you're sitting on the pot, make sure you do 10 squats, and then you sit on the pot. So maybe this is so funny. But then eventually you're doing maybe 10 squats, or maybe 5 squats throughout the day. How many times, So this is the way you add some essence to your workout. Don't make your walking, don't make your workouts, don't make your running very boring. Make it little funny, little innovative in your own style, which tricks you to lose your weight in a very healthy and a very happy way. Yeah.
Very good. So that really is a very nice concluding advice, because this entire thing is about how to put more walking into your life. And the 500K step challenge is designed to do exactly that. Okay, the 500K step challenge, for those who have not heard about it, is a virtual event which tries to emulate Mahatma Gandhi. And we asked ourselves that people run because of a guy called Philippines, who ran from Athens to marathon. And so today people run 42 kilometers on the flyovers of Hyderabad, like today they ran morning, and then because of that story of about 2000 years back. So what about walking? I mean, which is the story that inspires people to walk? And when we ask this question, people say, oh, Mahatma Gandhi, he walked from Sabarmati to Dandi. Everybody knows that. Everybody's read that story as a history class. So we went into the athleticism of Mahatma Gandhi, and we found out that he was the age of 61, and he was not an athlete. He was not the gym jock or anything of that kind. And he decided one day that for freedom, he has to do something out of the box and something loud and, up there. He decided that he will start walking from Sabarmati to Dandi, and then go and pick up a bit of salt and defy the law, etc. So he walked 410 kilometers in 25 days. He started on March 14th, March 12th, and ended on April 5th. And in that 25 days, he took 3 days break. So 3 were like rest days. When he came to Surat, Bharuch, Ankleshwar, he had meetings, so he couldn't walk on that day. But on the other days, he walked morning one session, evening one session. He walked about 18 to 20 kilometers a day. And we found out that he covered approximately 5 lakh steps. So he covered 5 lakh steps in 22 days. Okay, and that's like a lot, for somebody. And then just imagine leather chappals and khadi and no skin easy, no
61.
petroleum jelly, yeah, no athletic clothes, all the stuff that we now take for granted as an athlete. And we said, wow, if this guy can do it, then the 500K step challenge tells the participant that can you do this over 165 days, which is from August 15th till January 26th. So from Independence Day to Republic Day, and challenges you. And we felt that this was something very appropriate for new mothers to take up, though especially those who have not been athletic in the past, and to put some walking into their lives. Like you have said that you put walking. So you said that if it is less than 2 kilometers, you're not going to take the car or take the auto. That's a very sensible advice, very, very sensible advice. So the 500K step challenge is designed, you have to walk about 3,500 steps a day is what it comes to. And that's about half an hour of walking, approximately about 3 kilometers of walking, 2 or 3 kilometers of walking. And you can walk that in the house. So the steps that you walk while you're kind of coddling your baby or nursing him to sleep all count. Okay.
Yes.
And it's an app, and you can log it in from Strava or log it in from Garmin or log it in from Google Fit and keep account. And then there's a little bit of Gandhiji that you learn, and the nutritional advices that come, and all the other things that is there. So before I sign off, last words from Kimberly, Pereira, and then Harsha, Bhantia.
Okay, so firstly, I would like to thank you, sir, for taking up this session, because for a new mom, I think there is a lot of learning, because every mom is different, right? We can't really, copy someone else's style and say, "Arey, I'm going to implement it, for myself and for my child." Every mom, every father, every child is different. Like as Harsha said. So I would again go back to the, what I said before at the start of the call is prioritize, and don't be demotivated. Okay, don't try to copy someone else. Don't be demotivated. Don't just take things as it comes. Like, someone tells you, yes, you should listen to your in-laws, listen to your elders, because definitely they are much more experienced than you are. But at the same time, you need to take your call, and where to strike the balance, what to do, what you feel is right. That's very, very important. And lastly, listen to your body. You need to listen to your body at all times, whether you're pregnant, whether you're not pregnant. You need to listen to your body throughout, because your body, your mind needs to be sound. My body will go where the mind just follows. So that's about it, I would say. Try and find out something that works for you, right? Running is not everybody's cup of tea. Not everybody may just want to go out and run. There are so many other sports, right? Walking is something which I actually started, post my postpartum. I didn't just go out and ran, right? It all took me 3 months for my body to settle postpartum. I walked slowly, and slowly I started jogging, and now I am getting back to running. That also slow running. I'm not focusing on speed, because I still need to lose. I mean, speed, if I'm kind of weighty and I'm going to put up a speed show and do speed runs, I'm going to get injured, and my muscles and joints are anyways going to tear out, so burn out. So no, I will, when my body is ready, I will eventually, do it. So try and find out some activity that works for you. And like Harsha gave this point, right? If there's something that's nearby, I myself go walking. Okay, I take my baby for a stroll. I walk 2 kilometers, 3 kilometers. So that's very motivating. Okay, so for every new mom, I think that's very, very important. Yeah.
Very good, excellent. Harsha, any last words from you before we close the session?
So yeah, equally thankful that you are hosting this for the new mothers in India. They take care of a mom till she is, pregnant. Once the baby is out, nobody is asking the mom.
Yeah, everybody's looking at the baby.
So first thing, let's as an Indian change our perspective towards taking care of our mom and their mental health. Moms, ask for help. Don't hesitate. Your physical health, your mental health is very important. So ask for help. There's no shame in that. Ask for help. First point. Second point, take it slow, but take it steady. Do not go, your graph should not go up and then slow, gradually come, and then suddenly come down. No, take it gradual. Whatever you choose, take it gradual. Running, walking, gymming, whatever it is. Take it gradual. Third thing, remember that I being a fitness expert, I still had a doctor who I went, I still had a physiotherapy concept. There is a postpartum physiotherapy. It's not there in India. There are postnatal coach, very less postnatal coach. I'm a postnatal coach, but I have not yet met another postnatal coach. That's the irony of India, you know. So there are very less postnatal coach in India. So, but third advice is go and seek the help of the experts in the beginning. You don't need to go to them daily, but just understand how you need to take care of yourself. Once you are educating yourself, mothers, you know that physically you need to do this, mentally there's something called postpartum depression, you're feeling sad, you're feeling irritated, and at the same time you're feeling guilty that you're not getting attached to your son or your kid. You're not feeling attached because it happens. There are mothers who come to me and say that I'm not feeling attached to my kid. It does happen, girls. It's okay. So seek an expert, go understand, educate yourself. So first thing was to take help. Second thing was to go slow and steady. And third is to take advised from the expert once, at least once you have delivered a child. And this was my takeaway. Last one about those steps challenge. Remember, when you talk about walking, why walking is so important is also because it improves your bone density. Remember, your immunity doesn't just comes from your, all the vitamins you've taken, but also it comes from your bone marrow. So when you talk about walking, it improves your bone density. When your bone density is improved, you're improving your immunity. So walking is equally important. So if the step challenge is there and you have that opportunity to do, so I always look for an event to motivate myself actually. So if you have this thing, sign up for it, because I think when you sign up for an exam, how you will not prepare for your exam till the 10th board is there. You're not going to prepare your exam till that event is there. So once you enroll for an event, look for events around you, be a step challenge event, be it a squat challenge, you have a Garmin watch, or you have any watch where you give an Apple watch, you have that challenges, accept that challenges, they motivate you. So walking is equally important. I love walking the days when I'm not running. So enjoy that and stay safe, stay very healthy, and please stay happy. Take care of your happiness. It's very important. If you are happy, you are healthy.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Harsha. Thank you, Kimberly. I mean, both of you gave a lot of sensible advice, a lot of advice that every new mother, whether she's an athlete or not an athlete, requires to hear. And sensible advice to start walking, putting more steps. Both of you, kind of vouched for that as a capability. And definitely, walking is a very good exercise, and one can always take up running later on when, say, 1-2 years and your weight is back to normal and all that. Okay. So thank you, everybody. And, enjoy the rest of the evening. Enjoy the rest of the day if you're seeing the recorded version of this. Thank you, Kimberly. Thank you, Harsha. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you. It was so nice of you to host it again once again.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Bye.
much.
Bye, Kimberly. Bye.
Bye, sir. Thank you.
Bye.